Your line, April. I fucking hate that anime.
Oh, yes!
So much.
Yes!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Anime Summit Podcast. I am Mac, and with me I have Sam.
Sup, queers?
I am not a queer. What's up, Nick?
Are you
Kappa
sure
Pride.
about that?
Kappa Pride. I'm queer. Kappa Pride.
No, Nick's not.
And we have a very special guest. We have Manime Matt.
Manime Matt. What's up, guys? My name is Manime Matt, and I am a fucking super small anime YouTuber. But who gives a shit? Am I right?
I give a shit.
You know,
I
that
care a
name-
lot.
That
Your
name,
dozen
disappointed
fans
about
give a
it.
shit. That's who.
that name though, Manime Matt. It just kind of, it makes me think as though
Manly.
you have the persona of wanting to drive a Jag around. Just, oh yes, could you please park my Jag?
My dream car is a Jag. There we go. Just fucking.
Yep.
Wow.
You're
Fucking-
like so
wow.
on point. I can't wait
Fucking-
to have a. My hope is to get erectile dysfunction by the age of 35.
There you go, dude. Then that's
I
the
can do all the
that's the
commercials.
NFL watching demographic right there.
That's a noble goal right there.
Have like the half gray hair.
I approve of that.
Yeah.
So
Just don't sleep.
so you're gonna need to you're probably gonna need to stockpile the popsicle sticks and the tape so you can get it at least halfway
Yeah.
up.
Do a makeshift boner.
There we go.
Makeshift boner.
Call no, that's a penis splint.
So
That's
later
what
in the
that
episode, we're
basically
going
is.
to talk about binge culture and how streaming services affect viewing habits. And then we're going to give.
Quite the segue.
We're going to do Manime
That
Matt.
was sudden. I was like, holy shit.
I know. Well, you know, I don't want to. I don't want to
so
get thrown off. I don't want to get thrown off. You know.
Okay, Nick.
I know. I'm trying to hurry things along like Nick, and he's like. Now he says something.
Well, at
when I
least
try
make
and
a
hurry
crappy
along.
segue. At least put a. I'm just kidding. It's fine.
Speaking of penis splints.
Yeah, there you
Anyways.
go. So you just say, speaking of X.
Speaking of
All right.
change the
splints,
subject.
All
best
right.
grill of the best grill.
Speaking of Nick's small penis, waifu of the week, we
There you go.
got Manime Matt to pick our waifu of the week this week. Best
we
girl.
So
gotta do news,
take it
too.
away, Manime Matt.
Best girl, like I guess I have to announce it, is Momo from My Hero Academia. I couldn't really think of a great one that was off the top of my head, but I figured like Momo doesn't get enough love, so I made her the waifu of the week.
Yeah, she's hot.
Nice.
I can get behind that.
Yeah, I
What's
really.
her
I was
superpower
telling.
again? Analytics? That's her superpower?
No,
I was telling Matt earlier. I was like, I need to watch the show because I watched his video on Midoriya, and I was like, God, the show is so legit. I gotta watch this. What the hell?
it's very.
I just
legit.
finally got around to watching Mob Psycho 2.
Did you
I
watch
was
it on
like-
Twitch?
I didn't actually.
Oh
I
my
watched it.
god, that was so hype.
I
Holy
watched a
shit.
little bit of Hibike on Twitch,
Dude,
you know what I'm
Twitch
saying?
watches anime. It's going on at the time of this recording. It's so fucking funny. They spam all the Twitch emotes. They have like some new anime ones, I think. There's like Sagiri's and Kana from Dragon Maid and stuff. It's fucking like, it's crazy. Right, like earlier on they were doing Yuri on Ice. They had the Kappa Pride just going all through the screen.
Oh my god.
It's great.
So
Pride.
we gonna go into
Mob Psycho that counted down.
Manime Matt's 311, but before that, let's go to the news.
We really need to make a drop for that.
All right,
Yeah.
Anchor Nick.
All right. So- Oh boy, I don't have the sorted, do I?
That's all right.
Whoa, what do we got here? None of this is even that fucking important, is it? Oh, nope, just kidding. There's one of the famous animator/directors, Shoichi Masuo, passes away at age 57.
I feel really bad that I don't know this dude's name. Oh, Studio Kara.
he's like one of the
Oh no.
silent heroes behind the scenes. He did work on Evangelion.
He was a
bunch of other
mechanical
Dynax
designer
stuff.
for Evangelion. Oh my
Yeah,
god.
I believe Gunbuster, Macross.
He was a
bunch of other
mechanical
things.
designer for Gunbuster and Gunbuster 2.
Yeah,
Oh
was
my
he
god.
Was he the character designer? No, I know. I watched a clip of his where he did like the explosion scene and like in the episode of Ava where they're there were Shinji and Asuka are playing Twister or whatever. They're trying to sync up together to beat the angel.
He did some keyframes for the Ava movies too. Oh my god, that's really sad. I'm really sad.
A lot of Gynax stuff. So I mean, just I don't know. It's crazy. People are dropping like flies nowadays.
It really makes me want to be better at like remembering animators' names and stuff like that.
Well, this guy wasn't one of like the famous ones. That's the thing.
Right, right.
He's kind of like a coach on a sports team, or like a positional coach. You're like, yeah, he's really important, but
wait. So you're saying
the limelight.
Whoa. So you're saying if Mike Ditka died, it wouldn't be a big deal?
Oh no, because he's like the director, right?
He's like executive.
Yeah.
Well,
Anyway,
I think the idea is
man.
this. It's kind of like football players, you know? If like Drew Brees or somebody massive dies, it's a huge deal because it's like one of the top like 10, but they're all still fucking insane, you know?
Yeah.
I think that's kind of the thing is that
Everything makes
sure
news.
you don't know, you may not remember who this guy is because he's, you know, keyframe animator on fucking whatchamacallit, Evangelion, and there was like 150 of those people.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's still fucking ridiculous.
Exactly.
Right,
so
right.
you know, another hidden legend dies, and the world is a little bit smaller now. So I don't know. That was kind of depressing sounding.
Especially with Japan's birth rates right now.
Yeah, 57. He must have had something going on. That's
yeah.
pretty
It was
young
someone.
still.
It was like an unknown disease. I looked it up a little bit. They were. I think they know what it was, but they weren't going to release it for like family purposes.
Yeah, it makes sense. Anyway, what do we got here? What do we got? Yeah, there's a Steins. Moving on from that, there's a Steins Gate Zero project teaser visual out, and so that's supposed to come out probably next year.
Look, if you're not hyped for more Steins Gate,
Okay.
what the
Question
fuck is
though.
wrong
Steins
with you?
Gate anime, Steins Gate game. There's a difference.
Steins Gate.
I haven't
anime.
played
Okay.
the game. I've only watched
I'm
the anime.
hyped
I've
for more
never
anime
played the game.
from Steins Gate because Steins Gate's fucking fantastic.
It
Tutoroo,
is,
dude.
and I love it.
Tutoroo.
And I've always been kind of big into like the darker things. So seeing Steins Gate Zero, you know, seeing the little teasers here and there, I'm like, oh man, this is gonna be great.
Hell yeah, dude.
Oh, I love it.
And it's gonna coincide with the other. It's like not a sequel, not a pre. It's fucking time travel, so it's like somewhere in the story that's where it takes place. So yeah, it's gonna be pretty fucking lit. What else do we got? Oh, new KonoSuba project announced. This is the last piece of news, really. This is gonna be great, guys. More KonoSuba.
Who would have guessed?
All explosion all over the screen. Yeah, it's not really surprising. It's a project, so we don't know if it's a
KonoSuba's gonna get
season. It
third
could be an OVA.
I love KonoSuba.
I hope it's just like pachinko and people get real fucking mad.
yeah. It's just a pachinko machine.
Dude, don't say pachinko to me, dude. I was drug into too many pachinko places in Japan. I hate pachinko.
Mac,
Oh
you
my
haven't seen
God.
pachinko until you've watched Kaiji. There's like a whole season
I
where he
have
has to
seen
beat a
pachinko.
pachinko machine.
I have seen pachinko.
No,
Don't you dare
no,
go there
you haven't
with
seen
me.
the bog.
Whenever you
20
are a
episode
block away
pachinko
from the
arc.
pachinko place and you can hear all of the machines like roaring, I know pachinko. No. It's nothing like that. It is like a roar. It is fucking insane.
It's like Detroit Metal City, dude. Anyway,
Detroit Metal City.
that's all I got for news. Other than Twitch watches anime. If you're not checking that out, get on it, boys and girls and everyone else.
Also,
Also, if just for the chat.
there's one more piece of news that I posted like last minute, but I was really mad because a friend posted this and it said Neon Genesis Evangelion's final film gets a teaser. So I clicked on it and I was like, no fucking way, right?
Oh yeah, it's just like
and
art.
it was just a fucking poster and I'm like, oh my fuck, I was so fucking mad.
Yeah, it was like a colored pencil or something. It's like, all right, they're making it.
It's not. Well, I mean, it looks cool. It's more than that, but I mean, it's like, I'm excited that there's something there though, because now the website's covered in that. That obviously means that something is going forward after half a decade. But whatever. It doesn't matter.
2024 confirmed.
2024.
Random years.
There we go.
Me and Nick are gonna be like 80.
What you call it? It's 2024.
I watched that anime like there was no tomorrow.
Nick, I told you should have watched these movies beforehand.
I was waiting for them all to come out.
And then we're like at a restaurant. We're at an anime themed restaurant in Minneapolis, and Nick is just like, what? And I'm like, who? And then Nick is like, they want you to take the roles. The roles are free. Max in the corner with the
Christ.
joint.
I'm just
in
sitting
his-
here like
the
I don't
bread
know what
rolls?
the fuck's going on.
I thought you said
Max in the
rules.
corner with the joint in his hand. He's like, what?
What?
And he's in the corner. Yeah, I can see it now.
Don't put it past
Anyways,
me.
That'd be a
let's
great,
move
great
on
life
to
right there.
Manime Matt's 311. This is kind of a cool idea that Nick.
Yeah, I stole this, boys. I stole this from the the Third Seat by the Window podcast. Shout out to them.
Shout out.
Shut up.
They do a 5-3-1, so we're just cutting it down a bit. Therefore, it's it's different, you know. Plus, we're saving time.
Sounds good. 1 second. Let me go grab a. Do you guys mind if I drink while we do this?
Yeah, it's fine.
Not at all.
care.
I mean,
Dude, I vape during this.
actually,
don't
I was
care.
gonna say you kind of have to, like.
Yeah, 1 second.
What
I'll be right back. I'm gonna go grab myself some vodka.
Oh, I got some vodka right here.
Oh. Wait, we're bringing out the alcohol. Oh, hang on. Oh my God. Let me just.
I'm gonna finish drinking my
Let me just
water.
rustle the
I'm gonna
keys
pretend my
here.
water's
Let me
vodka
just-
right now.
Let's. Oh, remember that special water we had during the live
The
cast?
special water.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
This is water.
This is a non-alcoholic.
I think mine's right here.
Listen for it.
Drink makes life better.
Trish is like, oh god.
I unfortunately only have one beer left.
Ooh, it's strong.
But
You want some?
Pour one
There's not a
out,
lot of
boys.
vodka here, but I do have some Dayquil. I could just chug that.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, is
Dude.
it much of a difference,
YOLO.
really?
hey,
Yolos.
pour one out for Shoichi Masuo, man. Do
Dude,
it.
pour one out for the homie.
pour one out.
Pour one out for the
Pour
homie.
out some Dayquil.
Yeah, pour out
pour
some
out some
Dayquil
Dayquil.
for the animator that just died. we're really respecting
like-
this guy a lot right
Just
now.
be like, one for me, one for my home.
One for the homies. Yes.
Oh my God.
So, Manime Matt, 3 favorites, 1 disliked, 1 under the radar.
I said dislike, but I really mean like hate. Which one?
Like
do
you
you wanna
just
Oh,
fucking don't.
I figured.
But yeah,
Trust me.
Start with 3 of your favorites. They don't have to be like 1 through 3. Just something that you would put on your 3x3. You know.
Sounds good.
Something
First
you
one,
like.
We may judge you.
Toradora.
We may judge you.
I don't think anyone hates Toradora. Like, if you hate Toradora, like, you're not really part of the anime community yet. There's like a little barrier right there.
If
Or
you
like
hate Toradora,
40.
you have shit taste.
Let's see.
Who's best girl?
Red-haired chick. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. She's fucking great. She's so good. No, not Taiga. The other one. No offense.
Minori?
Taiga's great. Taiga's fantastic. But redhead chick is where it's at. She's like the realest.
Minori?
He's going
She's the realest shit ever. Okay.
Wait, Mac,
Like,
who's your
Taiga's
favorite?
great. Huh?
It's kind of a toss-up with me because I like Taiga, but I really like the complexity of Ami.
Dude, it's Ami. It's got to be Ami, man. That's mine.
And
Plus,
besides,
she's hottest.
and besides, she's all like, boom, and boom, and boom.
Are you doing the Mako thing? I'm just thinking of Mako because she voiced Minori, her English voice actress. Let's see. Whoa,
I'm sorry, I was taking another drink of beer.
Sorry,
There
we
you go.
totally interrupted.
Yay,
We totally
beer.
walked over you, Matt.
What-
What do you like about Toradora? Like, what
do you mean?
Why do you
What-
want to
what-
bring it up?
What do I not like about Toradora? It's just fucking fantastic, dude. It's like romance that pulls at your heart. Tsundere done right, you know. That's rare. It's a rare occasion. Like depth of characters
Indeed.
is fucking great. It's a very well-rounded anime. Does everything.
I agree.
Does everything that Clanad did, but better. And fucking add his own little
Max
twist to it.
getting insulted.
I'm just saying, you know, I love Clanad, but Toradora is like what Clanad could have been, you know, if it hadn't gone
Yeah,
down
if
the
Clanad
harm
didn't,
route.
if Clanad didn't suck, that's what Toradora
It's like
is.
those Sega like those old Sega Genesis commercials. Sega does what Nintendo don't. Like
God.
That's catchy.
Toradora, nice.
All right, my second pick is Death Parade. Now I gotta explain this
Yeah,
one a
see,
little bit.
Mac and Sam need to watch this. I keep telling them, and they're not doing it.
Death Parade is just one of those shows where it's done like everything is right. Like it's not. I wouldn't call it innovative, but the way they handle just about every aspect of the show is perfect. Like there is not a thing I can really complain about Death Parade. Like, they have a well-rounded ending, they have a good cast, they have an interesting story, they have a lot of mystery mixed into it. All the characters get tons of development. It's an interesting concept. It's kind of weird, but at the same time, it's not over the top. It's just one of those shows that just has everything you could possibly imagine, like in a good like drama anime. Executes it perfectly. The only issue I think it is with it is that it's not like super innovative in any specific way, and that's why it did super well, but it wasn't like god tier in comparison to most shows.
Yeah, like Death Parade aired in like winter 2015, and it was like I think it was the top show of that season. It had it has almost 500,000 members on Mal. It's it's basically the show about like morality. These characters go down into the underworld and they compete in various like billiard type games. And they have to like figure out if they're going to reincarnation or the void, and then like the audience is like, "Wait, which one is worse?" And there's like a lot of just cool character interactions, and it's really like dramatic and well animated by Studio Madhouse. It has a really really catchy OP.
Yeah, the OP doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, it's like kind of the opposite of the show, but it's super catchy. It got like 5 million views within less than a year. Like it really shot up there. But yeah, I really like Death Parade too. It's good.
There we go. And here's my more controversial pick. So I know, like just picking like standard ones.
Oh, buddy, I'm ready.
Standard ones aren't that
buddy.
great. Pet Girl of Sakurasou. Like,
ooh, I haven't seen this one yet.
This one is my all-time
Pet Girl of Sakurasou. Yeah. I know the show.
This one is my all-time favorite anime. I wouldn't call it the best anime, but it's my personal favorite anime because it's like it like connects with me in a lot of ways because it like really hits home because like I was in a pretty similar situation as the main character. So it's just kind of funny to see like a show like that, and it was like it came at the perfect time in my life. It was like one of those shows that was just like so perfect when it came out that I like lost my shit while watching it.
Nice.
And it's basically just a slightly fan service drama about a kid who sucks at life. And it's fucking hilarious.
Sounds like
but it's also really sad too, because it's like he's like fucking. Because there's like literally a scene where like he just busts his ass. Not literally a scene. There's multiple scenes where he busts his ass constantly trying to like make himself great, and then just fails completely. Yeah. And it's just like
as you do.
It's kind of like Watamote, but like not funny at times.
How do you feel about the ending to that show?
The ending was meh. Like, I mean, like I said, I don't consider it like an extremely good show, just in general. It was just
so this is just coming from a personal relatability standpoint.
And that's what I try to stress.
Okay.
That I like it not because one of my things about my channel I often say is that you can like anime for just for being something you enjoy. You don't have to like it for being well written or well designed or something like that. There's 1,000 animes like that. Sometimes you just like a show because it's personable and it's like really well relatable to what kind of situation you're going through.
Just like Nick, piece of shit.
Like Mayoiga. Like Mayoiga. What?
I mean, Mayoiga was legit shit, though.
No. We're not getting into that. Anyway, that would totally be on my list.
Nice.
But I don't want to step on your toes.
No, Mayoiga is legit shit, though.
So, I mean, all of these three shows are in the top 100 on Mal popularity, so that's a good thing. I mean, that means other people... You're not, like, scraping the bottom of the barrel, like, finding weird-ass shit. Like, this is actually, like, consensus. Other people like them, so...
Well, I still have my under-the-radar pick, so that'll come up later.
Oh, yeah. And that could just be anything. Honestly, any show you want to talk about, whatever you want to spotlight.
Yeah. But anyway, we have to talk about the dislike / absolutely fucking hate. So I have two
you want to
answers.
trash.
Yes.
I have two answers. Okay, one's a genre, one's an anime. What do you want?
Do the anime first.
Do the anime first?
No, dude.
Actually, no.
Do genre first. Do genre.
Okay,
Oh, no, that makes sense. Yeah,
genre is
genre
easier because
first.
genre is like the one that I hate a little bit less. A lot less.
Okay, then do the genre
I
first.
dislike the mecha genre.
Oh, shit,
Oh,
Sam.
no.
Oh, Sam. He's going to poop on your show. Oh, God.
I'm sorry. Okay, so here's the thing. This is another one of those personal things. I don't think the mech genre is bad or inferior in any way. I think the art's gorgeous and all that stuff. I just can't fucking get into it. Like, I have tried to watch so many different fucking mech anime, and I have failed in every single one.
But I'll tell you what, though. Mecha anime as of lately has not been, like, the greatest.
Well, I haven't been watching lately mechs. I'm talking about Eureka 7. I'm talking about Evangelion.
Shit.
I'm talking about...
I thought Sam
what's
was
the
gonna
one?
get mad.
What's the one Trigger did?
Shit.
What's the one Trigger did? I'm trying to think.
Gurren Lagann.
Gurren Lagann. I have tried to watch
That was technically
all
Gainax.
3 of those shows, and I have
Technically Gainax.
failed all 3 of them. Like, I don't know what it is about mechs, but anytime they come on the screen, I just like turn off and I fucking.
So
hate it.
you didn't finish the shows, you're saying?
I didn't finish the shows. I tried. I really.
How far
did.
how far did you get out of curiosity on
On which
Gurren
ones?
Lagann?
I think I got to like episode 8 before I just gave up.
Oh,
Evangelion-
when one of the character. Okay, I won't spoil anything. Never mind.
Well,
Evangelion,
I mean, no,
I can understand. Like, that anime is like you're either into it or not. And
Wait,
then
wait,
you have the
have you
rare
seen
cases
Evangelion?
where...
Yeah, I've tried to watch it.
Yeah, he mentioned it.
Okay,
Yeah, he mentioned
okay.
it. Or you have the rare cases like Mac where they're just kind of like indifferent about it, where they enjoyed it, but they don't think it's like, you know what I mean? But like, yeah, Evangelion I can kind of understand a little bit, but like...
No, I can understand all of them, honestly.
I mean,
Erica 7.
it's just my thing is that
See, I'm just waiting for Sam to be like, yeah, but how did you feel about
Yeah,
Nadesco, the
Nadesco.
best anime
That's
ever?
true. How did
That's
you
like
feel about Nadesco, the
that's
best
barely a
anime ever?
mech anime. That's like a comedy.
Dude,
They
it is a
have, like-
mech anime 100.
It's not really. Like it has mech in the description.
Well,
but-
I mean, you don't know anything, so...
all right, yeah.
Oh my god.
The mech battles are like 2 seconds. They're like, "Blah, we're fighting. We're done."
That's a lot of animes like that, though.
there we go.
All right,
Yeah, but
so
main
you
character's
so
not
you're
a
not you can't get into mecha anime.
Yeah, and
You're
you
just
know,
not
like
into it.
I have nothing against the people who watch mech. I think mech anime is fine. It's just a personal taste issue, I think.
Okay.
So, here's one that I don't have that opinion on. Your Line April. I fucking
Oh,
hate
shit!
that anime.
Oh,
Yes.
so
man,
Fuck
Cork
yeah.
is
Polka.
just
I'm
got
gonna
so
dial Polka up
much.
right now. We got
Yes.
2 verse 3 this shit.
Quokka just got so
I almost
much.
married you
Polka
just now.
sneezed
Shit.
somewhere in Korea.
fucking. I know I can tell Quoke's the kind of guy who'd fucking like Your Line April. No offense.
Wait.
I like
wait,
it.
wait.
I love your line. April,
Before
man. Great
before
show.
we go too far
Great
down
show.
this rabbit hole,
8 out of 10.
I'm just curious. I'm assuming you haven't really listened into our discussions about Your
No.
Line April. I'm just really curious.
Oh yeah.
What to you was the biggest problem with
Oh,
Your
no, I
Line
thought-
April?
I got a question
Disrespect
after
for
this.
the audience. Okay.
Thank you.
Because here's the
Jesus
problem with Your
Christ.
Line April. So, it was fine. It's a gorgeous anime. The music's great. I will never deny that fact, okay? It is the fucking storyline that is awful. First off, you have a kid who is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, which is a real thing, and they make light of it. Like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, no, the kid's going through some serious mental pain. Like, that's not a joke. That's like making fun of a rape victim, you know? That's not something that's really cool and you should never be open with. Secondly, my biggest issue is the scene they did with the mother. They built up the mother to be this horrible antagonist, and I was like, okay, like I can get behind this. I feel that she's a terrible person, that's fine. And then they pull that fucking 180 stunt like about halfway through the first season, where it's like, oh no, she was only doing it because she loved him and knew he was really going to be talented. I'm like, she beat him on a daily basis. That's does not
Out of
excuse
love.
what she did. She like, you know, that kid was covered in blood at times.
Listen.
That's what
And
an
it's just
abusive
like one of these
relationship is.
things where it's like,
You
no,
beat
that's-
him and then you apologize and then they you know it's like that Mike Tyson saying he's like I'll fuck you till you love me. That's the
Nick, I'm sorry.
Were
I'm
we
sorry.
we're just talking
Stockholm
about rape victims.
Nick, I'm sorry, but
I
the
don't even know what I'm
priest,
talking about here. But
the
anyway.
priest Manime Matt is giving his sermon right now. I'd appreciate it if you just
Oh, okay, yeah. It's fine.
yeah, please go ahead.
I'll have my
Fuck Your
rebuttal
Line April.
at the end.
Listen.
Like I understand why some people like so watch like the show. Like I mean, I can kind of get behind it because they're like, well, they just openly ignore that fact. But I feel like the way they disrespect the audience and the fact that they make light of something that's very serious, that's not
Hallelujah.
a fucking joke.
See-
And on top of that, they expect to get like a tearjerker moment out of it. Like I get like if you're trying to do comedy and you go disrespect comedy, that's like one thing. But when you try to like make it a dramatic piece or a tearjerker piece, that's not cool. That's going too far.
See, what killed it for me, because this kind of goes in with your disrespect the audience thing, because I've kind of said it before, but I've never used those exact words. basically the way the show is presented and the way that it's executed, they basically think that the audience is a bunch of fucking morons. Like, you get to these scenes that are supposed to be emotional and impactful and everything, and then you've got like 42 different characters having their own little personal monologues over this music, over
building
this
up that
scene
hype.
that
Building
is
up that hype.
supposed to be, full of feels. It's supposed to make you feel, and all that other shit. And it's just terrible execution because you can't feel anything if all these people keep, saying the same basic thing 42 times over during this emotional scene with this emotional music and this emotional art. And then by the time everybody's done talking, it's done.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. Like, that show could have been pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay. It's okay, but it could have been pretty damn good.
It is pretty damn good. I didn't give it a 10. I gave it an 8 for those reasons. But it's
give it
still
a
better than
4.
Clanad. It's still fucking better than Clanad.
Oh,
Anyway.
no, my God, no
That was an
way.
episode we did in the
It's
past.
nowhere near Clanad level. Clanad
it's
has
way
something
better.
called story and respect
It's
for their
way better than
audience.
Clanad. But anyway.
All right, so that might be a whole nother
hold on.
episode that we
I'm
need
gonna
to
give
have
a
Matt
quick
on.
rebuttal. So like,
Okay, go
it's
ahead.
basically Your Lie in April is it does do those things. Like, it has a little bit of a whiplash effect, a little bit, but it's not
little bit.
that bad. And also, you need levity in the drama, otherwise it just turns into fucking torture porn, Madoka Magica. Oh, we're all hurting. And like, I don't like that shit. It's got to have a little bit of everything.
Wait, no, but it's not levity.
That's my argument.
That's not what I'm complaining about.
It's
It's
the
not like
levity
something
is
that's
Yeah,
like
well,
a
when they're
brought
goofing
up.
around,
The-
kicking the crap out of them, it's whatever.
the abuse of
No,
the
I mean, as
child
friends,
is the
not as mom.
entire in the entire main storyline. You know that, right? Like, that's not like a little
Yeah.
side part.
But it's like if he was just crying and all serious all the time, it wouldn't be as enjoyable to watch, and he wouldn't feel like a real character. There's like, you got to have a range. If you don't have a range, then it feels fake.
No, I agree with you on that.
No. My problem is not with the depth of the characters. My problem is in the execution of the story.
Yeah, you don't like the monologues. You don't like the shonen style monologues. That's fine.
And the execution
And also
of the story
one
in
other
general.
flaw is like the characters acted a little bit above their age. They're middle schoolers and they're acting like adults, but it's like, whatever. Anyway,
I mean, that's forgivable.
All right,
I don't,
so
I gave it an
I
8
don't
out of
give
10. I didn't give it a 10. I gave it an 8.
All right.
That's a good score.
All right.
That's fine.
So-
That's
So
fine.
let's.
I've made
that
my
might be-
points. I'm proud of what I said.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Type 1 if you
let
agree with
finish. Please text AS Manime Matt. I'll tell you what. I'll give you a rain check. How about you come back on the show, and we can debate some drama anime, and we can talk some drama anime and things that I'm kind of like really interested like to hear your analysis on other similar anime. You know what I mean? Like on how they executed it, like compared to Your Lie in December or whatever it's called. So like, if you want to come back on
You
the
know what it's
show,
called.
I totally would like you to come back if you want to.
Absolutely. I have some very, very negative opinions of certain shows, and I would
We need
love
we need to
express
get
them.
another guest who is like the opposite opinion, and then have you guys battle it, and then
Have
we'll
you
just
guys
kind of sit
have
back.
you guys send each other to the Shadow Realm or whatever.
There we go.
There you go.
Wait, I have an
Play
idea
Pot of
for a
Greed and
guest.
draw 2 cards
His
off
name
top of
is
your deck.
Quokka.
Yeah, it was cool. Yeah. So anyway, let's get on to the main topic, shall we?
Oh wait, I didn't do my under the radar though.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry. I totally
Shit.
forgot.
Okay,
Nick
so
had
here's
gone
one.
on
This
his
one's
scooter.
easy. This one's simple.
All right,
Okay.
blow our
Okay.
minds. Do it. Come on, blow our
How
minds.
many of you have seen Ixion Saga DT? That's
Never
what I
heard of it.
Thought, dude,
How do-
this
what
is
is that?
such
How do I
a
spell
Wait a
this?
good.
second. Hold on.
1 second. I'm
How
gonna
do I
look
spell
it.
this? Oh, just found it. I'll link it
It-
in the chat.
Yeah, I was about to send it. It is so fucking good. Here's what happened with Ixion Saga DT. So this show came out the same season 3 other like super powerhouse anime came out.
Isn't this
Oh yeah,
based
Sword Art
on
Online, Attack on Titan.
this is based on a game by Capcom, isn't it?
It's fucking hilarious. I don't know if it is or not, but it's like one of the comedy in this show is fantastic. It's 24 episodes. It has a decent storyline, ironically enough. The art's not half bad, and it's just the main character and his crew is kind of funny, but the antagonist and his crew is just like the funniest fucking interactions I've ever seen. Like, I don't even know how to describe this anime. Like, there's a transvestite in it. There's fucking... It's just one of the most random, ridiculous animes that does really good comedy that no one has seen, and it hurts my soul.
Yes, it is based on the online game Ixion Saga by Capcom. Yep, I have heard of this, but I did not know there was an anime for it.
Is it a trapped in another world, or is it like a gaming type game?
It's trapped in another world.
Okay, Sword Art Online. Got it.
Yeah, it's like Sword Art Online, but funny and good.
Yeah.
And a better storyline, which is pretty pathetic, but still.
Nice.
So
It's
that's my
not really a high bar.
recommendation.
Not a high bar.
No, it is not a high bar. So that's
Nice.
my
I like
underdog.
Sword Art Online,
So
sort
you
of.
you definitely say check this out.
Watch this. Watch the first 2 episodes. Actually, watch the first episode. One of the funniest scenes happens in the first episode.
Just watch the first 24 episodes. If you don't like it, then you can drop it.
All right,
Is-
GG.
Just
She's
25
got a
episodes.
point.
So
Oh,
I
dude.
guess-
Okay, real quick. We can cut this out. Here's how you pitch Kuomiko. You say, just watch the first 10 episodes. If you don't like it, you can drop it.
That's great.
there you go. So I guess really quick, Matt, how did you get into anime and YouTube? You know, really
Oh,
quick before we
shit,
get into the main
In
topic.
10 seconds or less.
I didn't
Summarize
see
it in
that
30 words.
I like video.
I like video.
Video killed the.
That was also his casting couch audition. So
Yes.
Oh god.
I like video. Bent over. Take off your clothes.
On your
Okay.
knees, bend over.
you look like you're in obvious pain, but yet the guy's like, you like that. Anyway, I don't watch those things. I don't watch any of that.
Just so technically I can say it. A quick story on how I got into anime. I can make this really fast. It's basically I watched a lot of anime YouTubers. Fucking hated them all. No offense to them. They were all just kind of like. The problem was like the content wasn't for me. Like either they were making.
What year were you watching them?
About a year and a half ago.
Okay.
I was getting into anime a lot, and I was trying to because I just I'm not new to anime, but I was new to anime YouTube. So I was trying to get into like some of the YouTubers, and like Mother's Basement videos average like 20-30 minutes long. And Digibro
Yeah.
was like the only guy I kind of liked, but then he made this video about Canterbury of the Iron Fortress, and it pissed me off so much because he contradicted himself like 18 times in that video. Like I went through and counted, and I was like, "What the fuck is he talking about?" And I just
Have you
couldn't
ever-
like process it. And then I fucking said, "Screw this! I can do this better." And then
It's called a calculated cash grab.
You know what you should do is you should team up with that anime snob and
They
battle
did a
Digibro.
podcast together.
yeah,
actually.
me and Snob have done a podcast together. He's fucking great.
Oh, dude.
Ah.
We got to get the snob on again. I love
on
that guy.
Manime Matt's Sunday night podcast.
I don't know if I
I
wanna
don't do
go through
those
that
anymore
again.
though. Going to say.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
Yeah, although I haven't announced it yet, but I guess I'm announcing it now.
Oh shit.
This is now the official announcement, brought to you by the Anime Summit Podcast.
There you go.
I'm gonna sub to Manime Matt. There we go.
Yeah, thanks, asshole.
Yeah. I'm sorry, bitch.
Better late than
I'm
never.
fucking. But yeah. So then you got into YouTube because of the YouTubers. You were just kind of like, eh.
Yeah, well, the problem was I couldn't find anyone who made content I liked, which was kind of like my thing. I'm a very opinionated person, if you haven't figured that out yet. So I was just kind of like, screw it, man. Like, I might as well just try making my own videos. So I made some videos for a couple of months, and then sure enough, after about 6 months, I had 50 subscribers.
There you go.
I was like, wow, this is really
about
going
all
to
we
turn
had.
into a career path for me, isn't it? And then I fucking cried. And then I just kept making videos, and then sure enough, here I am now with a number.
Still
that I
making
can't remember.
videos, still chilling.
Still chilling.
Remember, kids, if you put in all your effort, you can eventually be.
But you,
an
so you
anime-
were watching, so you were watching anime before that, though.
YouTube is just has a lot
Oh,
of
yeah.
people on it. That's the thing.
You've been watching anime for a long time.
I've been watching anime for about 9 years now.
Okay.
I got into anime my freshman year of high school because I was forced into it because all my friends watch anime and they're like, you gotta watch anime. And they made me sit through like fucking 5 different anime that I don't even remember now. And I was like, this shit's stupid. And then I was like, I was trying to get into like a good college and I was like, fuck it. Like you need good like stuff on your resume, like for your college stuff. And I was like, oh, you need like found clubs and stuff like that. I'm like, okay. It's like, what kind of club can I found? Like the anime club. So I founded the anime club when I had only watched, I think at that time, 4 anime.
There you go.
That
Sounds about right.
Like, sure, I'll take credit. I was like president of it
That's
for like
what-
3
that-
years or something.
That's ballsy.
Hey, that's more
ballsy.
qualifications than some other leaders have.
yeah. And then I
Shots
just kept
Shots fired.
started watching more anime. And then I got like into film. And then I got addicted to anime because like the way film and anime kind of obviously are basically the same genre. So it's kind of neat to like see cool ideas from anime and think of like how can I apply that in filmmaking. Like let's try to learn, and that's what inspired a lot of my videos, obviously, because I do a lot of talk about like cinematography and.
So you're kind of a cinephile then too, like.
Yes.
Would you say? I am definitely on that 100. Like I love cinema, I love film. We had the Black Critic Eye on here, and me and him like we had to stop. We were just like going on. It was like, okay, shut up. We're talking about anime. We're talking about Ghost in the. We actually had him on for a Ghost in the Shell episode. We talked about the movie and stuff. But yeah, so that's awesome, dude. Like we should talk movies, like you and I. Like I would love to. That'd be great.
Sounds awesome.
Sounds awesome. Okay, sweet. So that's how you got into the
anime. All right.
The anime,
so
yeah.
main topic, boys. Speaking of main topic,
I'm Nick. I'm trying to hurry things along because I'm an asshole. Okay. Anyways, speaking of main topic, binge culture and how streaming services affect viewing habits. So
all right.
What are you saying? What do you
Discuss.
I like anime. No.
so forced?
So first,
Talk.
Let's get.
This
Let's
is pretty
go
neat,
to.
interesting. This is a neat topic. I have to give you guys credit for
Yeah,
this.
I got this a little bit from the Bill Simmons podcast, and then also the Anime Addicts podcast had it.
See, Nick is quick
Dude,
to mention who he gets
I
it
name
from,
drop
you
like
know.
every other podcast. It's not even a name drop because I don't know them. But basically, they were talking about how, like they were mentioning Game of Thrones, how it was like one of the last bastions of like of monoculture, of like how everyone's able to talk about it and watch it, and it's like how. And it's one of the few remaining shows that's like, you know, because Netflix is so big now and they release everything all at once rather than week to week, that it's like binge watching culture is like taking over. So for anime, it will apply it to anime. Netflix is starting to grab up some anime, and then on top of that, like all these services have a bunch of stuff that's in their catalogs and stuff like that. And I just wanted to talk about how do you guys think that binge watching and then also weekly watching is, how do you think that's dealt with in the anime fandom and all that? So like, what do you guys think about that type of stuff?
I guess like I guess what's the question again? Because like how does it in the anime fandom? And
I guess
like,
one question I'll ask is like for Netflix. So if they release everything all at once, which they did with Real Life, they did with Little Witch Academia, a bunch of other stuff. So it's like, do you think that kills the discussion on those particular shows because it's not week to week? You're not on message boards and Reddit talking about every episode, sitting by the water cooler, be like, "Hey, bro, did you see that episode? Yeah, that lolly was fucking hot, bro." And it's like, you just kind of watch it all at once and you consume it, and then, you go from there. Maybe you read some articles, but.
I guess, I don't know.
See, I have very mixed feelings about this. I've actually kind of talked about this in one of my videos. It's because, so like the way you're kind of framing this question is you're trying to, no offense, I know you're just kind of following what everyone's been talking about, is that binge culture is bad. It hurts the community, but I disagree somewhat.
I was just asking, like, which,
Yeah.
how do you think the effect is? What's the effect like?
So it's okay. It's a double-edged sword. Okay, so binge culture, yes, it like kills it definitely kills the discussion. There's a lot less hype around shows because, like, I mean, what if My Hero Academia was released in like 1 week? Fucking, it would be done and over with. Like, no one would be talking about it if it was released 12 weeks ago.
Or Attack on Titan, like all those cliffhangers.
Yeah, exactly. Like a lot of shows definitely thrive and do well under the weekly kind of system. But there are also, here's the issue though, is that by doing these shows that release the entire season in a single like day, it helps influence the creators to not make shit anime. And here's my reasoning. Because a lot of people give anime 3-episode rules, and they know that in Japan, they know that everywhere. Is that if you can make the first 3 episodes really good and pull people in, most people will stay in through the rest of the anime. But that only exists for the weekly system. Whereas if you release the whole show in one day, you can fucking binge the whole show one day and be like, oh, the show was good, but the ending was shit. And then that fucking kills the discussion about the show. So the shows that are overall really impressive have a longer life. Therefore, the best shows really are ranked number 1, 2, and 3. versus let's talk about fucking Attack on Titan. I stand by my word. I think Attack on Titan season 2 fucking sucked.
I thought it was
You know?
great.
Well, I disagree with you. But the first few episodes of Attack on Titan season 2 were good because I knew if those episodes were good, people would keep watching. That's all they had to worry about. They don't care about the fucking ending. They don't care about what happens in the middle. All they care about is the beginning, so they can pull in the most amount of viewers in the shortest period of time. And the rest of them, like, well, we already watched half the fucking anime. Might as well finish it.
Yeah, and one thing that studios used to do with that is during the DVD boom, they would, and VHSs, they would put a lot of their budget into those first episodes, so that people would buy that first disc because they would sell them, in chunks rather than the whole season. So it's like, oh, this is great. I'm gonna buy the rest of it, and then they're like, oh, what the fuck?
Right.
But that was back in the day. Like, I guess we're talking currently.
Yeah, so I mean, but like I said, it's a double-edged sword. I feel like My Hero Academia, the fact that it's paced out throughout weeks, and I'm certain it's not going to end in some shitty cliffhanger. Like My Hero Academia's manga is very infamous for being very good. So, that show probably wouldn't be as successful without the weekly system. So it's, it hurts both sides. So I think it's neat to see this kind of binging solution versus that's kind of coming into play from Netflix. And I want to see how it plays out. As of right now, people are mad at it and are like, because, Mother's Basement and Glass Reflection both made a video. You guys put a link
they both
in
made
the chat.
videos.
And both of them kind of hit and attacked Netflix for doing that. A lot of people were angry about it. And I can understand why, because it's about change. People are used to watching shows weekly, and they get kind of mad. And that does influence them to go to Kiss Anime if it's coming out in Japan. But I think Real Life was a perfect example, because Real Life came out in a single day in Japan also, I believe. But Real Life was such a well-rounded show that it was still pretty well known a couple months afterwards.
Yeah, it was one of the most popular of that season.
So
Yeah,
I
it
look it up.
was.
I look
Yeah.
up on Mal.
So I can kind of see where they're coming from. Like, people are nervous because it could very well hurt the industry. But it also, at the same time, forces the industry to improve and innovate and actually start making well-rounded shows versus strong early shows. Which, personally, I like. But, people have different opinions. People can disagree with me.
That is really interesting. That's not something I ever really thought about, I guess. Because for me, I'm just watching it wherever I can watch it. So it's just like, whether it's on Netflix or whatever, all released at one time or not, it's like, it almost doesn't matter to me. So I guess I never really thought about it. Because I'm always just willing to talk about whatever anime I've seen all the time. Especially on our Discord and with Nick and Mac and whatever. But, yeah, it's really interesting.
So the weakness of the Netflix anime model is that piracy exists. So people who are fans are gonna watch it week to week, and then if you're trying to go legitimate, you're gonna run the risk of being spoiled. And also you can't talk with those other people about it while it's airing. And then on top of that, there's so many shows coming out, so much anime every single season, that if it all... I mean, this would be interesting. Let's say that all the anime of every season was just released in big chunks all at once. How would that affect everything? That'd be interesting. Because you'd have like 40-plus shows. Like, suddenly we have 40 more shows. Let's figure out which ones are good. That would be something to think about. And I think, that's like part of it, because like there's, as far as like American TV, I don't know how many new TV shows are released every season. Like, do you guys have any guess on that? It's got to be less than 40 though, right? It's
For American TV?
Yeah. I mean, it's. Are you talking big budget, or are you just talking in general?
just like regular, like TV shows with stories and like fictional characters, not
reality TV.
Yeah, not reality TV and not other stuff. Like I'm just
probably in the hundreds, I would assume.
No, like every season is what I'm saying. Like
okay,
every quarter of the year. I gotta wager it's less than. I mean, well, okay. If we're talking pilots, then there's gonna be a lot, but stuff that's has at least a season or two. Mm-hmm. It's less than 40, is what I'm saying. So like, anime kind of needs the weekly release schedule, to build up that hype and build up fan bases and stuff. And it also ties into manga too, because they release manga. They don't release manga in whole volumes You know, they release it in chapters or whatever, or like smaller sections.
Well, that's
generally
because those are still, you know, being written more
Well,
along those lines. With anime, usually when a project starts out, it knows where it's going to go.
You could
It
do the
knows
same
where
thing
it's
with manga.
going to end.
You could do the same thing with manga. You would just push it back and release it all at once. But it's kind of fun. I just think it's like it's fun to follow things as they're unfolding, rather than just getting the whole package in one go. Because for me that feels kind of like a movie. It's almost like you're watching a long movie at that point.
See, I feel like that's more so just your opinion, and I think a lot of people will disagree with that.
Yeah,
because
people do. As far as anime fans, a lot of them are upset about what Netflix is doing. So
I think you're just hearing the vocal minority. Forgive me, that was wrong. I know a lot of anime people. I mean, obviously, I think we all do, but a lot of my friends who aren't like anime YouTubers, who aren't like on Reddit constantly, only binge shows. They will wait for a season to end and binge it because that's how they enjoy it more. And I think that kind of argument's sort of invalid because I think people who are going to watch it weekly are going to watch it weekly no matter what. They're going to go on Kiss Anime no matter what. I mean, it's kind of unfortunate. And I think the thing is that the debate you're making, I mean, I don't think it's wrong. I concur a little bit, but I feel like your opinion's swaying how much you think people watch seasonals.
well, yeah, it depends on the hardcore versus casual crowd.
Mm-hmm.
Casual watchers don't give a fuck about anything.
Well, it's
For any
also a
hobby.
little bit more than that too. Like, it's not even about hardcore or casual. It comes into actual personal preferences. Like me personally, I would rather sit down and binge the shit out of a show than have to go week to week to week. I really
it depends on what type of show it is. I actually agree with that a lot for the most part because, like, yeah, I don't want to watch all of Alice and Zoroku week to
really,
week. You know, I'll just binge it.
Really, I don't. Sorry to interrupt. I don't think that would really detract from any sort of conversations or discussions that you could have about the show. It's just they wouldn't be episodically broken down. You know, you'd be seeing more of the big picture and how different episodes tie into each other instead of most of the discussions focusing on what happened in that one single episode.
Yeah, I mean, what you're missing though with the binge watching is you're missing the speculation and the memes and the hype and and just like the discussion of it because shows
so
like
speculation and memes I can go without anyway.
well, that's you. That's just you.
I mean, let's
This
just
is-
be
Mac,
real.
The fucking president of the United States won because of memes.
He has
It's a powerful thing. So, like, what I'm saying is, shows like Roku no Yusha and Mayoiga, nobody would fucking give a shit about those shows if they.
I don't give a shit
if
about
they
those
were
shows.
released all at once. Nobody would care because
I don't give a shit about those
like
shows.
this. So the weekly thing works best for mysteries and thrillers. Stuff that has like rampant speculation, and also stuff like Erased. Erased is another big one. Everyone was speculating.
Can I follow you up on that? Because I was literally going to bring that up right afterwards. Because I feel like Erased is the perfect example I like to bring up to everybody on a show that abused the fuck out of the weekly system. I think here's my thing. So I think the problem with these shows, with the seasonal, with weekly and like getting released all at once, is that, like I said, the beginning of the show is all that matters, and cliffhangers and shit like that to keep people into it. And then the ending doesn't matter. And Erased is a prime example of that. Its beginning was really strong. It's very much so like, ooh, who is the killer? Who's the killer? And then when you finally find out, it's like, wow, that was kind of fucking boring and shitty. And I feel like if Erased ended up being the number one show that season. But I feel like if Erased and everything that season was released all in one day, I mean, this is a perfect world situation. Erased wouldn't have been nearly as popular. And I think that would have been well-deserving because everyone would have known it had a shit ending. And it would have been like, oh yeah, it was kind of good, then the ending was shit. And that would have been the end of Erased.
I think it still would have been top 3 for sure. Maybe KonoSuba would have been number 1.
it still would have been popular from that season.
Yeah,
in my
I think it would have
opinion.
been 2
still
or
would
3.
have been popular, but you know, I see exactly where you're coming from because it did abuse the shit out of blue balling the entire audience.
Yeah.
Time and time again. It was blue ball the anime, basically.
Feels good, man.
It was like, oh man, how close can we edge on this?
It was the real Attack on Titan season 2.
How close?
Dude, Attack on Titan Season 2 had some of the best cliffhangers I've ever seen. Like, holy shit. Mac, you gotta back me up here. Where they were on the wall. No spoilers.
I mean,
but
I do agree. The
scene,
edge was
the
real.
scene on the wall.
The edging.
I'll leave it at that. That was fucking
So
epic.
much edging.
Like, I stood up from my chair and I was like, oh! Like, it was great. But, yeah. I mean, and another example, I guess, is specific to anime is slice of life shows or, like, super episodic things. Those don't need to be binged. Like, you could. It depends what it is, but nobody wants to binge. I shouldn't say nobody. Not as many people want to binge Non Biori or Aria. Like, it just doesn't lend itself to that because it doesn't have a big story arc. It's, it's meant to be taken in small doses. But I mean, yeah, for a lot of things, if it has like a regular story, then you can binge it basically. So.
Yeah. No. Well, like I said, it's a double-edged sword. I mean, ideally, there's definitely shows that I think are much better to not binge. Like Tanaka-kun is always listless. The slice of life anime. That
you don't need to binge that one.
So fantastic to watch week to week because it was just like a nice, good way. It was like Thursday. I'm like, had a fucking shitty day. I'm gonna sit down, watch some Tanaka-kun is always listless. Relax me, then go pass the fuck out. I think the thing is that certain shows are much better being binged, and certain shows are much better being weekly. And I think the key difference is that I feel like binge shows will be forced to be overall better. I think that's a big difference. Whereas
you're saying they're incentivized.
They're incentivized. Yeah.
I see where you're coming from on that. But I don't think show quality has anything to do with binge versus, or I don't think it has anything to do with like the release format. I think it has to do with a lot of other factors, like in the production of each show. Like,
see, it's not show quality that's affected; it's show impression. Because if you're sitting there watching something week to week, you're analyzing every little microscopic detail in that episode to try and carry you through to the next. If you sit there and binge something, you're going to be hitting the major points. You're not going to be really hitting the tiny little things sprinkled in the show. Not even as much, anyways, as you would if you were like blue-balled from episode to episode.
But I'm saying even with binging, you need that hook. So they're never going to, like just ditch having a hook altogether. Otherwise, nobody is going to, even if they have access to the whole show, they're not going to finish it. So,
right.
I do see what you're saying. Like, ideally, it's like, yeah, they can spread out the talent and the budget more. They don't have to like put all their animation into the first few episodes and then drop off a cliff. I agree with that. I wish they would have it more evenly spread. But is that what you're trying to say?
Can I make a quick argument?
Animation?
Can I make a quick argument about that?
Do it.
I'm not specifically talking about that. I'm talking about the people who actually see the money. I'm talking about the producers. When they're picking shows, what do you think they're going to pick? A show that has a really strong first couple episodes or first couple chapters, forgive me. Or
That's
they're going to pick a manga, or pick a manga that's actually like really well run but has kind of a slow startup.
Well,
you get those fucking trade-offs, and
they're going to look for sex appeal. They're going to look for what sells.
Hey, technically, sex doesn't sell. They have a whole fucking research thing on that. Fun fact.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. Yeah, I think I was on Reddit somewhere, but yeah. Just like the My Girlfriend is a Gal. Everyone thought that show was going to be good. Am I right?
Fuck! Oh my god!
So
I watched
terrible.
I watched that show sober, and I'll never forgive myself for that.
If good shows sell, it doesn't matter if it has sex or not. If it's fucking bad, then it's bad. But like KonoSuba has fan service and sex in it, but it's fucking good, so people like it and it sells. So anyway, Sam, do you have any other thoughts? I'm just trying to stall for time.
No, actually, I don't. I was just really wanted to listen in because for me, it's not something I really ever thought about. You know what I mean? Like when I talk about anime, I talk about it with you guys and whoever's on our Discord. So it's just like I don't know. It's kind of weird. I guess one thing how I can kind of relate is one thing that I did was I read Attack on Titan like way ahead. So when season 2 came out, I was just like, I'm going to skip this. Like, I ruined it for me. You know what I mean? So when everyone else was watching it, I was just kind of like, yeah. You know what I mean? Like, but I also kind of agree with Matt that it's a double-edged sword, though. Because I didn't really feel like I was missing out on a lot anyway, in terms of discussion. But, like, I do agree that if they didn't do stuff how they do it, then people aren't going to watch it. People aren't going to get hooked and keep watching it after 3 episodes. It's like... And that I can kind of understand because it's a business at the end of the day. And it's just like...
Yeah. I'll say one more weakness of the binge model is it's like psychologically it's a little bit intimidating because you see an entire show, 13 plus episodes, 20 episodes, and you're like, oh shit, that's a huge amount of time. And you're thinking to yourself, man, I got to watch all that all at once. You don't have to, but... And no matter what, once you finish the show, it's the same amount of time spent either way. But you see like this huge mountain rather than these little incremental steps, and it's like it kind of makes you less inclined to want to pick stuff up. But
that's
if
a pretty
it's
good argument.
That seems really relatable. Yeah.
Yeah. If it's just in bite-sized chunks, and you're just like, oh, I'll try an episode. Sure, why not? Did I like it? No. All right, drop it. Whatever. Then that works for anime. I mean, it really just depends on the type of show and like the format. There's so many factors in there.
No, I can relate with you on that because, like, for me, like, you know, as an anime YouTuber, I don't have much time on my hands, so I have to be wise about what I watch. And for like the longest time, I've been wanting to watch Hunter x Hunter, but that 100+ episode marker.
Take the plunge.
That 100+ episode marker is just kind of like, shit, man. You know, if I watch that, I'm not
like
watching
140
anything
actually.
else for like a long period of time. And I understand that's definitely a mountain. You know, you do have to climb through that because I feel like I couldn't just like watch 2 or 3 episodes a night and then go away. You know, I feel like I would really have to binge it.
And that's actually like and that's kind of another reason why I kind of want to hop on My Hero now, because right now it's only about 40, 50 some episodes.
Yeah.
You know, when Dragon Ball Super started, I watched it from the beginning, and now it's easier for me to watch it week by week.
Well, I still felt the dub, dude. What are you doing?
I'm actually watching the dub too, and the dub's pretty good. The dub's way better, obviously, but
yeah,
I'm just like really into Dragon Ball, so I couldn't wait. But it's definitely easier for me to watch week to week now that it's up to 100 some episodes.
Yeah,
but
and the best. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying that, you know, if I feel I can relate to Matt on that because like,
yeah,
I want to hop on My Hero now.
I'm just gonna agree with you guys. Yeah, like if I jumped on One Piece way back 18 years ago or whatever,
you'd probably be more inclined to like.
Yeah, but it's like now, you know, hundreds of episodes out. It's like, fuck it. Like, I'm not gonna do that. But that's like an extreme example. I'm saying like even two occur shows are a little bit intimidating, but
still like that's still really relatable, and I can agree with that for sure. Good point.
And then the other benefit to you as a YouTuber is like you could sell out and just start doing the weekly episode reviews. That gives you that option
over my dead body.
Well,
I'll never. If you see me do an episode review, it's either a satire video or like ransom. Like, please send help.
5 second video.
Someone's got a gun up to on the other side of that fucking camera. I'm like, hey,
5 second video of you just going sucked. Just like,
it might come up, man. It might come up.
10,000 views. Oh shit. Love it. Well, that is I
think my final opinion, I don't think it's changed, is that, you know, it's a double-edged sword. There is no magic solution to this problem. Like, what's better, binging or like the weekly thing?
Well, and as new business models come out, you know, it's like, you know, when me and Nick were kids, we had to watch Yu Yu Hakusho every Saturday night. Mm-hmm. You know, that's how we watched Yu Yu Hakusho. We didn't have these websites and streaming services, you know, like...
We had like Kazaa or some shit.
Yeah, we had Kazaa.
LimeWire.
We had Kazaa and BearShare and LimeWire, yeah.
LimeWire back in the days, man.
Yeah.
Brick your computer. YOLO.
But now, you know, as new business models come out, like, you know, 10 years from now, there could be a completely different way that we consume anime.
Well, there will be,
you know?
10 years?
Yeah.
Jesus. 10 years
Yeah,
ago,
so-
there wasn't even streaming. Like,
Right, that's what I'm saying. Like, people be tripping. But yeah. That being said, anyone got any final thoughts? Concerns? Bitches? Ain't shit? But hoes and tricks?
You watch anime how you want to watch anime. Don't let any fucker. Tell you
Yeah, I
how
mean,
to do it.
basically.
That's my final
Just
thought.
my final thought is please pay for your subscriptions if you're doing it. Please try not to pirate shows. I mean, if you have to pirate shows to watch them, I won't hate you for that. It's just one of those things where it's like, you know, if you can't watch a show legally, trying to find a way to watch it legally to help. Or if you watch it illegally, like buy merchandise or something like that from them to kind of make up for
that's
it.
fair.
Buying hella merch, yo.
Yeah, like
Hella merch.
you can't expect people to drop $300 on Evangelion without seeing it.
I have
Yeah.
so much. I gotta
worth
cool
it.
it on the Evangelion stuff. Like, there's this Hello Kitty Ava Unit 1 plush, and I just want it so bad.
I'm just waiting for a Silent Voices price to come down.
There
God.
you go.
Agree.
There you
Oh
go.
yeah.
That-
They came out with the Your Name special edition.
Ooh.
It
Nice.
costs. It's funny because
Ooh.
it costs the same as an Aniplex TV show, and it's like actually like legit. You know, you get a bunch of cool things with it.
Both those movies
Ooh.
are tops. 100.
They're both solid 7.5s.
My final
Go jump
thought
off a bridge.
is go jump off a bridge. My final
We
thought.
say that to Nick all the
My
time.
final
Ghibli's
thought
better,
is
bro.
is I want Matt back on the show. I love Matt. He's super chill, super great, and we should be homies and play video games together
Ooh, do you
And
play
talk-
Overwatch?
and talk movies. Yes, let's play Overwatch.
Oh my God,
I'll
let's
also
play
play
Overwatch.
Overwatch with
Plays
you.
Overwatch, man.
Oh, dub.
Except me, because I haven't installed it yet.
Who's
I
your
will.
who's like your go-to on attack?
Zarya.
There you go.
Zarya all day.
And-
Zarya's
I wish I
waifu
could-
of the week. Fuck, can I change it?
There we go.
And
Too
on
late.
that
For Mother Russia.
bombshell of Zarya actually being waifu of the week. I have been Mac. With me, I have had Nick Som and Manime Matt. And this has been the Anime Summit Podcast.
Bye.
Oh wait, before we leave, you guys should come subscribe to Manime Matt.
Oh, yes,
yeah,
please
yeah.
go subscribe to Manime
I'll
Matt.
plug my channel, dude.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
dude,
we're supposed
plug.
to do
Shameless
that,
plug
too.
right now.
Shameless
Follow him
plug.
on Twitter.
Shameless plug.
Like him on Facebook. He's got a Mount page link and a Patreon on his YouTube.
I
So
need
just
monies.
YouTube search Manime Matt. All the links are there.
And remember, you can get a free Crunchyroll subscription by going to crunchyroll.com/base.
There you go.
Yeah.
There we go.
he did that like
Fucking
10
help.
times already. That was so funny.
That's
I'm going to
a-
follow you on
I
Twitter.
wish.
I'm going to tweet at you and be like, what's good?
Sounds good.